Christmas is getting closer and closer, and whilst having a lot of evergreen designs to sell is a good strategy, mixing in the odd Christmas themed t-shirt design can also help increase your sales massively. So that's why in this video I'm going to share 7 different fairly easy design ideas with you that you can execute to increase your Q4 sales. Design idea number 1 that I've got for you, and I noticed quite a few of these shirts are already doing pretty well, is a plaid pattern overlay, and that is this sort of red and black checkered design or pattern, and you can also do it in a green variation, as you can see right here with this dinosaur. And I'm actually going to publish a video soon in a few days which is going to teach you how to overlay this pattern onto multiple designs in bulk and for free as well. It's definitely a video that you don't want to miss, so make sure to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And basically what you can do is you can download sets of animals or maybe vehicles, sports elements could work well, and then just quickly overlay this pattern in bulk and upload them to multiple different marketplaces. I'm pretty sure you'll see some success with that. You could even overlay the pattern onto text, which is a cool strategy as well. If you're doing Christmas themed designs, that will make it stand out a little bit. Just in case you're wondering, this design, for example, has got a 110,000 BSR at the time of me making this video. So there's definitely a lot of potential. They're already doing really well. This one, I think, and the cow themed one are also very recently posted. They were only uploaded middle of October, and they've already gotten some sales. So there's definitely a chance to upload new designs to this niche and still get sales. Be creative. Don't just do a dinosaur like everyone else. If you're doing dogs, maybe think of lots of different dog breeds and try and sub niche that way to overlay with this pattern. So definitely be creative. Very, very cool design style that I'm going to try out myself as well. And let's move on to the next one. Design idea number 2 that I've got for you, I'm just going to call this the alcohol cross niche, and there is tons and tons of different ways to approach this. I tried to find a variety of examples. As you can see right here, we've got a very common phrase of the Christmas spirit. In this case it is whiskey, so you could use different alcohol types right there. I quite like this design as well, Christmas spirits, and then just a different few wine glasses that dressed up as an elf and a Santa, a reindeer. So you could maybe make a variation of that design with beer and with whiskey, you know, different types of alcohol, dress them up. This one's quite cool as well. I'm full of holiday spirit. It's called bourbon. Maybe you could make that same sort of design with a different style. It's the most wonderful time for a beer, which rhymes very nicely, and I love how this person put the phrase into an actual beer mug. That's a very, very cool and sort of professional looking design style that is worth looking into. Maybe you could do the same sort of thing with a wine glass. Try and be creative and not just copy what everyone else is doing here. You can use the phrases and then apply different design styles to them. That's always a good idea. Or also try and think of new phrases that are really funny, or try and find more niche types of alcohol that people are still interested in, but there aren't very many options in terms of Christmas themed designs. So yeah, I hope you have success with this sort of idea if you try it out. Design idea number 3 is a very, very popular one that doesn't just sell near to Christmas but already starts selling way ahead. This is the ugly Christmas sweater style, and don't be confused by the word sweater here. These designs sell very, very well on t-shirts. It's not just limited to sweaters, and the cross niching opportunities are unlimited. Just look at this first concept where we've got a dinosaur pulling Santa's sleigh. So you could literally already use that concept and put lots of different animals here that are pulling Santa. You could put a unicorn there, an elephant, I don't know, just things that people are interested in. And then we've got a cat. We've got just text right here saying this is my ugly Christmas sweater, even though it's a t-shirt once again. Merry Kickmas, so you could cross niche it with any types of hobbies that you can think of. Just always exchange the silhouette and the text in the middle. Bigfoot, very popular evergreen niche, so obviously that's going to work well. And flamingos. I am going to release a tutorial on Friday where I teach you how to create one of these Christmas sweaters from scratch, and that way you can then have one template ready. You don't even need to have a subscription to anything. Just get one template and use it to enter lots and lots of different niches very quickly. Now, for those of you who've been selling print on demand for longer, one thought process I'd also recommend is look at some of your best sellers that regularly sell throughout the year. Think about how you could apply this design style to those best sellers. Maybe there's some funny phrases that you're using or graphics that you could implement into an ugly Christmas sweater, especially if you found some good low competition niches niches, then just create the style for that niche, and I'm pretty sure you will see an increase in your sales. That's definitely something I will do more of this year, is cross-niching some of my best sellers with popular Christmas styles. Quickly looking at this design right here, which as you can see has already got a 200,000 BSR, which is pretty decent. That's selling multiple times a day. This one was interesting to look at because we've got a very long BSR seller history right here. It shows 2021, how it was doing during Q4. As you can see, the BSR dropped all the way down into the 11,000s, which is absolutely incredible. The same the year before, 2020, is shown here as well. It went all the way down to 10k, and this year it is not quite there yet. So the best of this trend is still to come. Next up, we've got a very funny spin on the naughty list, but just attention, the naughty list is actually trademarked, so don't use that phrase in your listing. But this is sort of 3 tick boxes. One says nice, one says naughty, and then we've got a funny phrase at the bottom. And I saw tons and tons of variations of this. Some of the best selling examples I saved right here, so we can see I can explain, innocent until proven guilty, I regret nothing. This one just says drunk. So as you can see, you can be very creative here. Don't just copy what this person is doing. This is sort of the same design style, so I'm guessing it's by the same seller. Think of new funny phrases and ways to spin this. I'm pretty sure you can come up with something, because there's like endless ways to make this funny. Basically, what would a person say if they're on the naughty list to try and talk themselves out of it? That's what this bottom bit means, and I'm pretty sure people will wear this as like a matching family outfit. Yeah, that's another way that you could approach this as well. So one person might be drunk, the other one might be playing video games. I don't know, just a quick idea off the top of my head. There's probably better ways, but definitely a creative and funny way to approach Christmas designs, and you can push these out so quickly. I mean, once you've got one of these layouts done, you just change the words, and within half an hour you can probably create like 20-30 designs. And once again, don't use the naughty list in your listing anywhere, because that is trademarked. Moving on, we've got scalable designs, which is one of my favorite topics, and I definitely still need to do this and create some new scalables for Christmas. But these ones I thought are really cool because they're very simple. They just say the grandma gnome, the daddy gnome, papa gnome, sassy gnome. There's a job title here of a therapist gnome. So you've got lots and lots of different ways to spin this. You could use family members, you could do different characteristics like sassy, maybe you could do lazy, slow, drunk, once again, like we had in the design before. Or you could just create one template and put lots of different job titles into it. I've got multiple videos showing you how to do that with Adobe Illustrator. One is called How to Create 100 Halloween Designs in 10 minutes, but obviously the same method applies to 100 Christmas designs. So definitely worth checking out if you still don't know how to create scalable designs very quickly. And the whiskey gnome, so again, you could use different alcohol types. You could probably put hobbies into this as well. So hundreds and hundreds of ideas can definitely come out of just one of these templates. It's not even a problem if the template looks similar or the same, because if people want to wear it as like a matching Christmas outfit, then if everyone has a completely different looking gnome, then that might not be as matching, right? So I've definitely done this before with the elf niche, which, by the way, I'm not sure if it's safe anymore on merch by Amazon, because lots of those designs were removed recently. But from the elf niche, I can tell you that lots of times people buy multiples of them in one go. So 2, 3, 4 t-shirts all in one order, which is obviously really nice to increase your profit during Q4. So definitely a niche worth considering, because you can create designs very easily and there is a lot of potential. Idea number 6 is a very easy one that anyone can do, and I've done in the past with success. The first step would be just taking any object and putting a Christmas hat onto it. I mean, don't just have to do this with sports. You can also do this with animals, with vehicles. Like I've done this with vehicles, which makes no sense, and it's still gotten me some sales. And if you want to take it a step further, then you could, like these examples, create snowmen out of, well, round objects preferably, which is a really cool idea. We've got golf balls, footballs, baseballs. You could probably do the same with fruit if you wanted to. Yeah, so this definitely goes a long way in terms of ideas. Even if you don't have round objects, you could just fill the silhouette of a snowman with lots of different sort of hobby-based icons, and that way, once again, create a nice Christmas themed design. So if you want to do it low effort, just find some silhouettes, put a Christmas hat on it, and you've got yourself yourself some easy Christmas designs there with potential to sell. Or if you want to put in a bit more effort, maybe have a bigger chance of selling, then find a silhouette of a Christmas item or Christmas object and fill it with different sports, hobbies, whatever you can think of. So I hope you like this idea, have fun creating designs for this, and let's move on to the next one. This next design idea is one which I didn't find many examples for, but I think that could also be something good because you can sort of enter this niche or this design style with new ideas, because this type of phrase works really well for cruisers and cats for some reason. So Merry Cruisemas and Merry Catmas, I've seen quite a few of those designs selling well, and if it works for those, then you can also find other words that start with C and are preferably short words and then cross them with the word Christmas. Just type into Google hobbies beginning with C or animals beginning with C and see what comes up. Obviously try and find popular hobbies or popular animals and not just something random, and then cross it in this way, put the animal in the middle, maybe give it a Christmas hat. And if you wanted to, this applies to most niches by the way, if you wanted to go a step further, put 2022 on there. And I know that's sort of annoying because then in 2023 it wouldn't sell anymore, but some people will literally search for Christmas outfit 2022, and then you can show up in that search phrase and not just show up but also give them the year on the design, which sort of raises the potential for getting a sale sometimes. So just an idea, maybe make a variation of your designs that also says 2022 on it. And yeah, have fun with this design idea. I will definitely have a look into it. I mean, there's probably a lot of hobbies, animals, maybe even vehicles which you could cross this phrase with. And because there doesn't seem to be too many of these out there, maybe there's some potential to get easy sales. And lastly, just a quick bonus design. I found this one right here selling pretty well, especially the teaching one. It says, I just like to teach, teaching's my favorite. And this one says, I love running, running's my favorite. This one, once again, you can probably guess what I'm going to say, is a scalable design, which I really like because you just need one template and you can create hundreds of them. I did not see many examples for different topics, even though these two are doing pretty well, which means there's probably potential. And because if I love running sells, then I love cycling could sell as well, or I love gaming, and whatever else you can think of. And if you're still hungry for more design ideas and niche ideas that could increase your traffic and your sales for Q4, then make sure to check out this video next, where I share 7 niches with you that sell during December.